was more or less back to normal because I just started eating as I was before, and I was okay again. But don't let nobody tell you that you're too fat. Obviously, if you go to your doctor and your doctor says lose weight, then that's a whole different thing. But naturally, you may just be a little bit larger.
Well, can I ask a question about that? Was that during your initial entertainment career?
Yeah, I was on tour. I went on tour.
Okay.
And what happened? I went on tour with someone else. I was doing like backing singing and stuff, and I got really sick because out there where we were, I think they hadn't warmed the food, or they hadn't kept it at the right temperature when they cooked it, or something like that. So a lot of us caught a bug, but I didn't get it as bad as someone else because he ended up in a coma. So I thought, okay, it's a good job he didn't eat as much as he did then.
Wow. Okay, but this was not big. You weren't doing something to reduce. This was an illness that caused it.
Yeah, I got ill. What's the name of that? Oh my goodness. There's a it's like a bug. And it's boy, you feel like you're dying. At one point, I thought I needed to have my appendix. Oh, I was all over I was so sick, I couldn't keep nothing down. Oh, it was crazy. And I was sick like that for about 5 weeks or something like that. 6 weeks, 6 weeks, and it was awful. It goes in and it just comes out again. So not pretty. Okay, so I wasn't trying to lose weight. This is the whole thing. But I came back. I went out there. I think I was like a size. What was that? When I went out there, I must have been, I don't know, size 14, 16, something like that. And I came back. I was like a size 8. I was so skinny. And this is within 4 weeks. Within 4 weeks, I had dropped so much weight just because I could not keep anything down. And I wasn't doing that on purpose. I will stress it. I wasn't doing that on purpose. That's because I was so ill. So imagine losing so much weight in such a short space of time because I'm sick. Now imagine, some people, they're crazy. They take all these diuretics and all these pills and stuff just to lose weight. And then you got the other people like what we're talking about today who want to go under cosmetic surgeries and get all this fat sucked out and all the, okay. Ooh, it's scary. It's very scary.
I mean, that's something where you couldn't really control that. That was something where it, you got a virus and the food was bad, and that's something where you just basically, it was out of your control.
Yeah, for me it was crazy. I just couldn't keep anything down, and like I said, the other guy, he ended up in a coma, having to be airlifted home. Hello.
I mean, that's what. And so, when we're talking about something where people are putting themselves in jeopardy.
That's right, on purpose.
On purpose, which is stupid to me.
Exactly. And imagine there's all these things that you could have, and you just think, okay, no, I don't want to go through that. People, please, I am begging you, just think twice, think thrice before you go and put yourself under these types of, medical procedures, because these are medical procedures. They are knocking you out for this. Okay, to do the boobs and the butt and all this messing about, they have to knock you out. Because believe me, I'm sure you do not want to be awake when they start chopping into you. That ain't funny. You don't want to be awake. But I must go back to Serena Williams just for a second. I have to do it, Keros, because I must stress this, okay? Look, she looks good. Link 8, Keros. Serena Williams and the fear of a dominant black woman. Now, this is what the article says. As far as I'm concerned, she's just a woman she just excels at her sport, and she takes it seriously, and she looks after herself to make sure that she is in the best possible shape to be able to do the damage that she does on court as a tennis player. That's what I think. Okay, but they look at it like, because she looks that way, they're going to start saying she looks like a man. Or I've even seen stories where which I think is absolutely really wrong. They've said, is she trans and all this? I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, why does she have to be a trans just because she looks the way she looks? Hello? I just think that's so rude. I've seen some stories and I'm just thinking, okay, you don't need to leave her alone now. Because in a way, that to me is bullying. It's bordering on bullying. It's nasty. It's unnecessary. You look at it and you think to yourself, okay. And I sent you some pictures, didn't I, Keros? Now, yes. Remember this one. This quote. I saw this when I saw the Serena Williams stories, and I'm thinking, we're going to put that in the show. I also saw this picture, and I have to quote it because I liked it because it made me realize people need to stop trying to play. The woman who does not require validation from anyone is the most feared individual on the planet. Now, does that not speak to what we're just talking about when they say, the fear of the black dominant female?
That's correct.
There you go. You see?
But again, the people that we're talking about aren't able to digest that. And they don't, and in most cases, they really don't have to. they can continue to act the way they act, and then people allow them to do that because they don't have the power or the control. But we have to keep reminding them that we are okay with ourselves, and that we're not going to, let them decide how we're supposed to look. Period.
That's right. You can't let someone decide how you're supposed to look, really, because I ain't being funny, but it's your body. Why are you going to make what somebody says to you, and they may not have even been talking directly to you, but you're going to take it on board, and you're going to say, oh, well, society, whoever society is, says I'm supposed to look a certain way. Hello? Tell them to just go step. Because it's no, and more no. I don't think so. Because LinkedIn, K-Rose, and the woman who wrote that quote, why the woman who doesn't require validation from anyone else is the most feared individual on the planet, the woman who wrote that, she actually wrote a article, and we are going to share this. So please go to @Ask Avani Show on Twitter, because I want you guys to read these, because in all seriousness, right, we are having a laugh about this today, because it is funny in that sense, when you see the crazy things that people do. That part of it's funny. But when you see the devastation that can happen from somebody feeling so rubbish about themselves that they would go under the knife unnecessarily and maybe not survive said procedure, and it's completely pointless, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's scary too. It's very scary.
Yeah, it's scary, it's pointless. Why would you put yourself through these things when you don't need to, is the question I have. I'm sorry, I'll say it again. I said it at the beginning of the show, and I'll say it again. As far as I'm concerned, I ain't messing with nothing, because years ago I was considering reducing the size of certain things on my body. But I went to a doctor, and I went to 2 doctors, and they both said to me, no, it's not that's giving you problems, it's your back. The reason why your back hurts is because you've got no stomach muscles, because you need to work them out. And I thought, is that it? And she said, yes. I said, are you sure? And she said, yes. And she goes, if you want to go on the NHS, National Health Service, for those who don't know, to get them reduced, to get your bust reduced, you may wait years, or you'd have to go private. And then she started telling me in graphic detail about some of the complications that I could endure. And I just looked at her and I thought, oh, hell to the no. I'm just going to stick with what God gave me and make the best of it. Because I don't like pain. And when she started telling me in graphic detail about certain... No, I won't even go there today, because we don't need to do that gruesomeness. But I just thought, no, it's all right. I'll just stick with what I got, thank you. and I'll just try and find me a personal trainer in the future, and, try and get in the gym and whatever to alleviate the back pain. Because that was the reason why I went to her in the first place, because I was in agony. But other than that, nah.
Well, but did that work? Did the doctor's instructions work?
Yeah, basically, all I need to keep doing is finding ways to exercise to strengthen my back and strengthen my stomach. And what they say is, if your back's hurting you, is because your stomach muscles are weak. So you have to strengthen your stomach, and the more you strengthen your stomach muscles and build yourself like a trunk, like a strong core. If you build a strong core, then your back muscles will not hurt so much. The reason why your back hurts is because your back is trying to compensate for the work that your stomach muscles, if they were stronger, would be doing. But because I don't have strong muscles, my back's killing me because it's overworking, trying to compensate.
But it has been helped. You have helped yourself.
Yes, I have been helped, but I still need to keep. It's an ongoing process. So when I start getting back twinges, I know, okay, I need to get back and start trying to find exercises to do to keep my stomach muscles to get my stomach muscles stronger again. So if you lapse for a while, like say you don't exercise for a while, then you start getting the pain and lots of pain and that in it. So then you realise, okay, I need to get back into, But I can't do traditional sit-ups and that because I can't get off the floor. Hello, we know why. Big boobs. So, basically, I had to find other things, which I have managed to do over the years, so it's fine. But that's what I realised, because I was planning on having the boobs cut off. Because I was like, I can't take it no more. Because I thought that's what the problem was, but she was like, nah. I went to another doctor and they said, nah. And I was like, are you sure? They said, yeah, obviously it doesn't help, but you don't need to go to that extreme, And they'll tell you, don't put on too much weight and this and that. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what was coming from my doctor. And they were not advocating that I get anything cut off or anything injected, or they were not telling me that. They were just saying you need to exercise, you need to watch what you eat, you need to not put on too much weight, you need to do this, you need to do that. And these steps should help you. You see?
But that's where we started out also on the show. We are saying sometimes you have to put in work to
Yeah,
get to where you want to be as far as how you look. It's
yeah,
not
I mean,
going to
with
be in
anything though.
5 minutes. It's
Yeah, with anything in life, no matter what it is, you're gonna have to put in some work, people. Come
if you
on
want
now.
it, if you want to succeed.
That's right. If you want to get from A to B and so on, you have to do the work. It's a process. It's not going to be, okay, I take this pill today and in 10 minutes I look gorgeous. Or I take this pill tonight and I wake up tomorrow morning and I'm a size 8. Hello? No. Because when you get to the size 8, you might find that you don't look good at size 8.
Well, that's the problem, and then people are being, we are told what looks good, and
Yeah,
if
but
we don't define it for ourselves, then we're going to fall into these situations that can cause us to lose our lives.
yeah, because then you start getting so self-conscious that you feel, okay, I'm going to have to go to... Remember, because some people... A lot of the reasons I've noticed that some people are going to the backstreet doctors is because they can't afford the prices. If they really are desperate to have whatever procedure it is, they can't afford the prices of a good surgeon, as it were. I say that. So they're probably thinking, okay, well, let me try and go to this charlatan is probably one of the best ways to put it. Let me try and go to someone like that because it's cheaper and I'm still going to get what I want and I feel that is going to make me look good, kind of thing. And that's what they do, isn't it? And then you realize,
but a lot of them, they don't need to do that. Again, we're talking about necessity, and like you said, there are instances when doctors will say that yes, you do need to have a reduction because even if you exercise, you will not be able to develop the stomach muscles, et cetera, if it's really way out of proportion. But for the most part, they'll tell you, hey, try and do some other things first instead of having an operation.
Absolutely, they will. I mean, she didn't even mention that to me after that. All it was, because she just kept asking me, what is it, and what's your problem, sort of thing. And I said to her, I've got the back pain, and she was like, oh, I see, yes. And then it was like, okay, well, that's the reason why you've got the pain. They even explained to me why they feel that I've got the pain, because my stomach muscles are so weak. Because think now, I wouldn't have really equated it, because obviously I'm not a doctor and I didn't know the anatomy in that way, that they connect in such a way. I just knew I was in agony. And I was like, why am I in pain? And everyone else around me had been telling me, oh, it's your bust, your boobs are too big and this and that, blah, 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 blah. And I just thought, well, look, I don't really care about that. I just want the pain to stop because I can't sleep. I'm in agony here. So that was why I went to the doctor, and over the years, well, I tell you who's another one of my best friends. Oh, the chiropractor. No, the osteopath, because I went to the chiropractor. And I didn't love that. She wasn't very good, the particular one I had. But the osteopath, I used to live for my visits to the osteopath. You really don't understand, people. So if you're out there, especially any big busted ladies out there, okay, yes, don't get me wrong, you look good with it, but sometimes there's a lot of pain that goes with looking this fine. So I would not advocate, especially to anyone who is a smaller chested woman, don't be rushing to get these boobies, because it's not all fun and games, people. And that is all I'm going to say, because we are about to take a short break, okay? And I think this next song is going to be apt for us going into break. It's going to be Brown Skin, India Ari, people. We are going to take a short break, and we will be right back. Welcome back, people. This is the Ask Avani Show on SoMetro Radio, people. Today's show topic has been cosmetic surgery and enhancements. Would you go under the knife if you didn't need to? That's the question that I have been posing for you today. Now, we know that you are enjoying our little posts and our pictures on social media at Ask Avani Show. People, go and visit us there, because I know you are enjoying things and sharing this. Tell us what you think. We love to hear. We know you're out there, don't we, K-Rose? We know they're out there. People, wherever you may be, I want to say a big shout out to all of you, wherever you are listening in. Welcome. Today, this afternoon, yes, I've been wanting to do this show for a while now. As you know, I like to do my research. And these are some of the topics and articles that we have come across in our journey, shall we say, link 11, Keros. I'm just going to go straight in. Because I have to ask you